Did Abraham practice what he preached? I'm not going to get into what that is, but we'll let you look at Deuteronomy 27 and 22, and then Genesis 20 and 11. Skipping that. Here's another one that I've actually heard preached in churches. I've heard it preached that John the Baptist in the Bible was Elijah reincarnated, or whatever you wish for it to be called. The references we have from this, one's from Matthew's recollection of it, and one's from John. Matthew 11 and 13, and then John chapter 1 and verse 19. I'd like to know, was John the Baptist Elijah? I'm a little sketchy on that. What did they give Jesus to drink there in the end? They gave him something to drink. I have Matthew 27 and 34's recollection, and then Mark 15 and 23. Paul, when he was on the road to Damascus, he had people traveling with him that supposedly testified to what he's seen. The question is, did they see what Paul saw? I'm a little sketchy on that. We have Acts chapter 9 and verse 7, and then Acts 22 and verse 9. Was Isaac the only son of Abraham? We have a lot of references like this Hebrew 11 and 17 that mentioned that he was the only son, or the only begotten son of Abraham. Yet there's obviously several biblical references even in the New Testament of other sons, including Ishmael among others. Galatians 4 and 22 is the reference that I have here, but there are several others. Did God move David to number Israel? Because this is something I'm really sketchy on. Or did Satan move David to number Israel? We have 2 Samuel 24 and 1, and then 1 Chronicles 21 and 1. The question again is, did God move David to number Israel, or did Satan? Please answer that one. If we'll get back to that one. That's very deep. Who is the father of Joseph? The biblical raising father of Jesus. Who was his father? Who was Jesus, his grandpappy? We want to know. There's two different recollections here. One's Matthew chapter 1 verse 16. The other one's Luke 3 and 23. I'd like your opinion on who was the actual father of Joseph. How many horsemen did David have? 1 Kings 4 and 16, or 2 Chronicles 9 and 25? Jesus' first sermon, it obviously the first sermon that we see in any of the biblical stories of any of the accounts of gospel was blessed are thou, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth, and so forth and so on. Where did this sermon take place at? Was it up on the mountain or down in the valley? We have reference of Matthew 5 and 1, and then Luke's reference 6 and verse 17. The always iconic one, how much did David pay for the threshing floor? It's a prayer room and sacrifice. 1 Chronicles 25 and 22, and I think that goes all the way to 24, and then 1 Samuel 24 and 24. I guess I have not written down some of the other ones that I was interested in. I'm going to leave you with the most complex one of all. No, I'm not. I'm going to give you one more. If God knows the hearts of men, then why test them? If he knows, why test them? Matthew chapter 1 verse 24, Genesis chapter 6 verse 5. We have a bunch of references here in Psalms that God knows the hearts of men. All these are Psalms 7 and 9, Psalms 17 and 3, Psalms 19 and 14, 26 and 2, 44 and 21, 66 and 18, So forth. We'll jump into Matthew 15 and 8, Luke 16 and 15, and again Psalms 94 and 11. My question is, with Job and his children being killed and all this, if God knows the hearts of men, then why make this deal with the devil to simply punish Job? I mean, why test what you already know if you're omnipotent and obviously know the hearts of men? Maybe this isn't a biblical answer. Maybe you're going to have to give me a personal answer. Why? Why test them if he knows them? Also reference to Deuteronomy 8 and 2 and Deuteronomy 13 and 3. Last question to leave you with. And I swear to you, there is an answer somewhere in there, be it very hazy. What is the names of the 12 tribes of Judah? I am very hazy on what this is. It's repeated several times, but there's a small problem. I'd like to know. What do you think? What's the names of the 12 tribes? Please get back with me. Any of you that have any answers to any of these questions that could shine some light on this. Also, some that I don't have written down here in the first book, Genesis chapter 1. What day did God make the sun on? What day did he make the sun? And I have Genesis 1 and verse 3 through 5 opposed to Genesis 1 and verse 14 through 16. Also, was man created before the beast? Genesis 1 and 25 and 26. And then we have Genesis chapter 2 verse 18 and 19. I'm hazy on these things. I know you don't want to call them contradictions. Straighten me out then, because I'm not able to be straightened out by this. It's leaving things very hazy for me. If you could please just directly answer these questions, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much.